Hello my lovely viewers all over the world, most especially West Africa. This video is for you. As you can see on the board, we have 2026 Waec Chemistry Practical Endpoint. 2026 Waec Chemistry Practical Endpoint. If you are a teacher, this video is very important. Now, if you are watching on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, a complete video of this is already uploaded on my YouTube channel. Look at my YouTube channel in the Waec TV. Now go there, search for how to determine endpoint, how to determine 2026 endpoint by Waec. A video will come out. This same video, we have already predicted the question they are going to ask. Alright, that is the quantitative analysis, the titration. After the titration, the question they are going to ask, it has already been predicted and uploaded on my YouTube channel. Also, SWOT analysis has also been uploaded on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to, as you go there, do well to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you will be the first to receive any message if I post any video. All right. Now, in our 2026 chemistry practical, we are given two major things. I'm only looking at the quantitative analysis, that is titration. Now we are given an acid and a base. What is the name of acid given? We are given H2SO4. And this H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, we are given a volume of 5.6 cm cubed. And now we are given the relative density of this acid as what? As 1.84. That is the relative what? Relative density. And the purity of this acid, remember, it is not 100% pure, which that is one of the questions they are going to ask. Percentage of purity is what? Purity is 98% pure. So the purity, the relative density, let me write it like this. The relative density is what? Is 1.84. Following. Then the next thing that you have been given is what? NaOH, sodium hydroxide, and they gave you what? 4.0 grams. So we are going to use this parameter without not going to the laboratory. Using your calculation method will give you the accurate value, what you should expect when you do your titration. Okay, so we are going to use this method to determine our endpoint. Then you can now go to the laboratory to do your titration, and your endpoint must be the range of that value. It must not be exactly this one, because calculation is different from what using practical method. Is that understood? So if you are watching on any of my social media platform, do well to go to YouTube, a complete video of this, or on the comment section, just click on the comment section. A complete video of it is already posted there. All right, so now let's go. I'm going to give you two ways you can prepare this. Now, firstly, we are going to balance the equation of this tetraoxosulfuric acid reacting with what? Reacting with sodium hydroxide. Equation of the reaction. We have H2SO4 plus NaOH will give you what? Of course, salt and water. Sodium will come and marry here. We will N2SO4 plus what? H2O. Alright, so what do? We put our 2 here. I will put our what? Put our 2 here. Waec TV has always been predicting Waec, NECO, and any other external exams 98%. My prediction is always 98%. Alright, you can go there and search for my previous video. Now, we want to look for the endpoint, and endpoint is what? Volume of acid. Now, for you to be able to determine the volume of acid, what you are going to do is that use this formula: CE VE over CB VB is equals to what? NA all over what? NB. Now we want to look for our endpoint. And what is your endpoint? Your endpoint is what? VA. So you are going to make VA the surgery formula. If you make VA the surgery formula, you cross multiply. So you now have what? CB VB NA all over what? All over V all over C CA and B. So at the course of it, we are going to look at each of these parameters. We are going to look at our concentration of base, look at concentration of acid, look at your volume of base and mole ratio of acid, mole ratio of what? Base. Then you now have your endpoint. Is that understood? Now stay carefully as I drive you into the bus stop. How do we get our concentration of acid? Look at this. We are given this one, and we have 3 different methods you can use to get our concentration of what? Of acid. But I'm going to give you the simplest one, the one that you can be able to remember. All right. So what do we do? How do we get our? This is your volume. All right. This is your relative density, and this is your purity. What you are going to do is that you are going to say to get your concentration, Ca is equals to, that is concentration of acid. You say volume multiplied by relative density multiplied by purity divided by molar mass That is how to get your what? Concentration of what? Of acid. We have other ways you can use and determine. All right. If I want to make a video, and let me just remind you, if you are a student, you are a teacher, I'll be holding a live session on Friday. On Friday being 8. So the time is 7 p.m. West African time. The time is 7 p.m. West African time. So if you are a student, you are a teacher, just come. I want to explore all what you need for your chemistry practical. So don't fail to come on Friday, 8th of May 2026. Now let's go. We have concentration of acid as what? Concentration of acid. What is your volume? Volume is what? 5.60 multiplied by what is your relative density? 1.84 multiplied by what is your purity? Purity is what? 98%. This 98%, you cannot put 98%. You are going to change it to what? To fraction. All right. So how do you change it to fraction? We are going to divide by what? By 100. So if you divide 98 by 100, you are going to have 0.98. So you are going to put 0.98. And at the end, what is your molar mass of acid? The molar mass of this acid is what? Remember, H2SO4. Hydrogen here, atomic mass is what? 1. Then 1 times 2 give us what? 2. Plus sulfur is what? Sulfur here is 32. Plus oxygen here is what? 16. 16 times what? 4. At the end, we have what? 98. So you are going to divide by what? 91. 98. At the end, if you divide, add the whole of this one now, 10.098. You divide by what? Divide by 98. So at the end, your concentration of acid, Ca will now be equals to what? Per what? Per dm². We have gotten our Ca. Alright? We have gotten our Ca. Now let's do our Cb. Concentration of base is equals to, this one is simple. You say that it is given in grams, so you simply say mass over what? Molar mass. So Cb now will be equals to what? Concentration of base will be, what is the mass? 4 grams divided by what? What is the molar mass of sodium hydroxide? Sodium, look at sodium hydroxide. Sodium here has what? 23 plus oxygen here has what? Oxygen has 16 plus 1. At the end, we have what? 40. It was 0.10 moles per what? Per dm cubed. So we have gotten our concentration of acid, we have gotten our concentration of base, and what is your volume of base? Volume of base is equal to volume of base is what you pipette, all right? What you pipette. So what you prepare, we use what? 25 cm 0 cm what? Cm cubed. Do you get that? Now let's plug all our parameters. We already have Ca is equal to what? 0.103. Cb is equal to what? 0.1010. Vb is equal to what? 25.00. Ne. What is the mole ratio of acid? Mole ratio of acid is what? 1. Mole ratio of base, Nb, is equal to what? Is equal to 2. Let us put these parameters into our equation. Now Va is equal to, what is our Cb? Cb here is given at what? 0.10 multiplied by, what is our Vb? Vb is 25 multiplied by, what is our mole ratio of acid is 1, divided by, what is our concentration of acid? Concentration of acid is 0.103 multiplied by, what's the mole ratio of our base is what? Is 2. So Va now will be equal to what? 2.5 divided by 0.206. So if you divide now, volume of acid now will be equal to what? Will be equal to 12.14 cm cubed. So this is your endpoint. Alright, this is your endpoint. So if you are a teacher, your endpoint should range from the value of 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. These are the values you should pick for your what? For your endpoint. Anything beside this, you are wrong. You cannot have 9 when it will be too much. But if I should advise you, if you come to my class, all right, if you come to my class, I will teach you how to prepare your table. Okay, so now let's go back to the table. The table you should make or prepare for your student should be like this. If you are a teacher, this is how you prepare your table. Firstly, you are going to write burette reading. Burette reading. Burette reading should be in, of course, put bracket cm cubed. Very, very necessary. You draw your line. The next one is your rough, because sometimes you might be asked to find your rough title. You have rough title. Bracket what is cm cubed. The next thing is what? Your first title. First title, of course, in cm cubed. The next one is what? Second title. Second title in cm cubed also. And the last one is what? Third title. I hope you are following. Third title. Bracket in what? cm cubed. So the next thing you are going to look at is what? Is your final reading. Final reading. After your final reading, we have what? Initial reading. Initial reading. And you have volume of acid used. Volume of acid used. This is how your table should be. Now in your this is how your table should look like. All right, this is how your table should look like. You have your rough, which you are not going to use. You have your first, your second, and your what? And your third. At the end, we will be asked average volume of acid will be equals to what? We are going to use your first titer plus your second titer plus your third titer. You divide it by what? Divided by 3, and at the end you have what? CMQ. This is how you should look like. Now, what is your average of first average volume? Look at average volume is what? This down one. So you take the first one. So you have what? 12 plus 12 by what? 12.60 plus what? 12.70 plus what? 12.70. Please, when you are preparing this kind of table, you can see that it should not be like now 3.1, 3.2, because that bureau reading does not have that that measurement. Okay, so it should be 0, 3.3 or 4.0, 1.0, 7.0, 9.0. Don't put 6.5 or 6.2. If you put like that, a mark will be deducted. So divide by what? Divide by 3. At the end, VE now will be equals to what? We are going to have 12.67 cm cubed. So this should be the range of your value if you are preparing for your students. Okay, you can use endpoint of 11, use endpoint of 12, that is 12.1, 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the what? We have 13. 13.1, 13.2 until maybe get to 13.7. So if you find this video interesting, do well to comment, do well to like, please. That is the only way you can support me. Okay, go to my YouTube channel, look at it on My TV. All videos on practical 2026 have been uploaded. And as you do that, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Thank you, and God bless you.